I'm Darren, the Magic Ghostbuster. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, and check out all my Ghostbusters themed magic videos. Now, this is one of the hardest videos I've ever made. It is a list of my top 10 Ecto-1 toy models of all time. This was a video suggestion by a friend of mine. Thanks, Dan. And I must admit, I mean, there's so many versions of the Ecto-1. There's highly detailed models, there's toys, there's tiny little versions, key rings, blind box versions, Funko Pop cartoony versions, so many. And you know, I wrote a list of all the ones that I've got and just kept changing my mind. I'll do this video, I'll be editing it, and I'll change my mind through the editing. I'll change my mind when it's uploaded. I'll change my mind in a week, in a month. It's just been tough. But anyway, at this point in time, here are my top 10 Ecto-1s. Before we begin, I just want to give an honourable mention to the Eagle Moss Build an Ecto-1. This is a really cool model that I'm about halfway through, and I have no doubt if I was doing this list in a year or two, this will be a worthy inclusion. But since it is not finished, I'm not taking it into consideration. But this has been great so far, and I highly recommend it if it's the sort of thing you're into. Number 10 is the Joyride Edition, released in 2004, which was a time when there wasn't a lot of Ghostbusters merchandise about, and there certainly wasn't many versions of Ecto-1 about outside of the Kenner and some model kits. This was actually the first version of the movie car I owned. Now, because of the time it was released, it does lack some of the details later models have, but it does come with this awesome Slimer, and has actually been re-released more recently by Auto World. Number 9 is a very recent addition. It is the Plasma Series Ecto-1. As you can see, this is a very rusty version of the Ectomobil and comes with a pop-out gunner seat. For a toy, it has some really nice details. My only complaint really is that as it is a toy, I felt it should have had some lights and sounds. At number 8, sticking with Ghostbusters Afterlife, we have the large Lego Ecto-1. This comes with rust stickers, and what's great about it is if you're not a fan of the rust effect, you don't have to put them on. It has some incredible detail, and who doesn't love Lego? And what's really good about this one is the pop-out seat mechanism. Number 7 is the Johnnylightning Pre-Ecto. Johnnylightning have been making versions of the Ecto-1A since 1996. They've done so many versions and variants, I could do a whole video just on that. And just as a note, they even packaged it in an Attack of Mr. Stay Puft diorama. It's not actually a factory error as some people think. But it wasn't until 2019 when they moved on from the Ecto-1A and finally did a version of the Ecto-1, and the car that is number 7 on my list, the Pre-Ecto. This is the only version of the Pre-Ecto that has ever officially been released. Up to this point, you could only find it through customs that people had made. They also did a rather odd chase version of the Pre-Ecto in white. Now, considering originally they planned for the Ecto-1 to be black and purple, the chase version would have made more sense to have a black and purple version of the Ecto-1. But it's something that exists, something that's collectible, so something that I want. Number 6 on my list, from Hot Wheels, the real Ghostbusters Cartoon Car. Released in 2015, the cartoon version of the car has not really had a lot of love over the years. We had the Kenner original version and this one. We're back to Lego for number 5 with the Lego Ideas Ecto-1. It came with minifigures of the 4 Ghostbusters with their proton packs. Combine it with other Lego and the brilliant Lego Firehouse and you have some excellent display and play scenarios. And at number 4 you get 2 for the price of 1. Yes, you could say I'm cheating, but it's my list, I don't care. This is the Hot Wheels Elite Series 1/18 scale Ecto-1 and Ecto-1A. Yes, the Elite series were really great detailed models. They both had opening doors with detailed interior, including a gurney for the proton packs. The proton packs actually being included with the Ecto-1A version. You could even open the bonnet for a nicely detailed engine. A cheaper, less detailed version of the Ecto-1 was later released in a red box. The Ecto-1A has not received as much love over the years as the original Ecto-1, so there hasn't been a lot of versions of it. This is the only diecast version in this size with this much detail, meaning it is a really sought after item. Number 3 is the original Kenner Ecto-1 from the cartoon series The Real Ghostbusters. While certainly not the most detailed version of the Ecto-1, if you grew up a Ghostbusters fan in the late 80s, early 90s, you certainly had one of these, so it's going to bring back lots of nostalgic memories. It featured a gunner seat to place figures on top. The front doors opened, allowing access to sit your figures inside. It even had this claw to trap ghosts in the back. Number 2 is the Blitzway 1/6 scale Ecto-1. This thing is massive. I did a video on this when it came out, so be sure to check that out if you want more information on it. But there is the big Lego Ecto below it, just to give you a sense of how big it is. Combine it with the Blitzway figures and you have an unbeatable display. Now I'll be honest, this is my favourite version of the Ecto-1. This is my personal number 1, but the reason I've not put it at number 1 is simply because it's so big and so costly. It's just not for everyone. Yes, you get 2 for the price of 1 again. At number 1 we have the Playmobil Ecto-1 and Ecto-1A. These are excellent toys with plenty of play value. There's loads of space inside for all the Ghostbusters and their proton packs and slime blowers. And despite being toys, they actually look really good on a shelf. The detail for a Playmobil car is just great. At the time of making this video, they're still available, reasonably priced, great for kids to play with and adult collectors. And let's not forget the main fun feature. We have the siren and the lights. And there we have it, my top 10 Ecto-1 toys and models. No doubt you will disagree with me, and that is completely fine. We all have different opinions. Let me know what your favourite is and what your least favourite is, which ones you think maybe should have been on the list, maybe some that you think shouldn't have been on the list. All opinions are welcome. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I do really appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, keep on busting.